What are some of the things that you do? So when you say live video, are you talking about Facebook Live, Instagram Live, in addition to television? Or and I know I've seen you use Facebook Live before inside of Facebook groups.
Sure.
Do you use live video on social media to continue to grow your law firm right now? And how can other lawyers use that?
That is what I'm talking about is live video. This is before Facebook and Instagram Live. Okay.
Mhm.
Spreecast was the first live video platform on social media. Jeff Floor, who is the co-founder of StubHub, when he sold StubHub to eBay, I believe, after a couple of years, he realized, okay, I'm 26, 27, getting a little bored here. There's no video on social media. So he created Spreecast.
Mhm.
When they reached out to me to be a professional or a lawyer on the platform, I jumped all over it after talking to a few friends because I knew it would amplify who I am, what I believe in, and my message around the world. So
Mhm.
the type of video and live video I'm talking about is like what we're doing right now.
Mhm.
Zoom, Facebook Live, Instagram Live. I love using StreamYard where I click one button and I broadcast live across YouTube, LinkedIn, 4 or 5 Facebook groups and pages, Amazon Live, to our blog post, and to YouTube. And
Mhm.
so it's an easy way for any lawyer to share their message, to create content that is distributed 24/7 around the world. And then if you go about live video the right way, Andy, it's magical because you can build connections. You're looking people in the digital eyeballs. You can invite people. If you have any questions, reach back over to streaming.lawyer, which is not my law firm site, but it's my vlog, it's my social media online business site that I really enjoy sharing tips at
Mhm.
that site. And you start that dialogue and you start the conversation and the relationships just happen. It's because of social media. It's because of the people I've met that got me on stage at Tony Robbins 2 years in a row to talk about newsjacking and how I was talking about breaking news stories using live video to instantly inject my message, my take, my opinions, and my thoughts to this global audience. And at Tony Robbins, as you well know, the Business Mastery, it's 2,000 people who are generally, pretty well off. The tickets are
Yeah.
pretty expensive. So you're immediately in front of this crowd of people who are enthusiastic about your message, who you are, and what you bring to the table. That wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for live video and
Mhm.
social media. So these are the reasons that we embrace this technology, Andy, is just um, to build our brands, to make new relationships, and to help as many people as we can. And I think in today's world, this upside down COVID-19 world, I
Yeah.
think people are yearning for meaningful relationships. So what we're doing right now is we're really trying to lead with empathy, not only on social and digital and live videos, but also in litigation and in the courtroom.
Mhm.
And we're making it a point to use, to allow compassion to serve as our compass. So
Yeah.
there's a little bit different dynamic. What you and I are talking about, the platforms is one thing, but how to effectively use the platforms, I
Mhm.
think that's the important part. It's one thing to go live on a free platform. It's another thing to have people pay attention to what you're seeing, or people engaged or entertained about what they're listening to, or people hitting that share button and sharing it across the platforms. So you got to make sure your mindset incorporates all of these techniques into each production.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's funny because I always say, if you create video and you just continually provide value and just help people solve problems that they have, it's going to come back to you. And one of the biggest complaints that I hear, or one of not complaints, one of the biggest worries I hear from lawyers is that I'm not very good on camera. Like it takes me a lot of takes to do a 2-minute video. And the
Mm.
secret is, and I'm not very good on camera either. I've gotten way better than I was. But I'm still not that great. But the way that I got better is by using live video, by just doing Facebook lives and stuff like that. Because at that point, like if I'm recording a video, I hit record and then I screw up and then I stop and then I start over, and then I screw up and I start over.
Right.
It's live. It's live. You can't start over. So
It forces you. It
yeah, it
forces you
forces you to get good,
to
or at least
get
better.
good. And
Definitely.
by the way, you are good on live video. You're way too hard on yourself. I don't like the way I sound or look or come across on video or live video either.
Mhm.
But I'm too hard on myself. The
Yeah.
bottom line is you just want to be who you are,
Mhm.
be real, show your human self. There's 3 components, I think, to live video, Andy, and you do this really well. I've watched some of yours. But I think as a lawyer, you need to be appropriately entertaining. In other words, you don't want to just sit behind the desk cross your hands and just talk into the webcam or the camera in a monotone voice. You got to be animated. You got it. That's why I like paddleboarding and using my GoPro on a run. It's just different. It kind of attracts attention to the video, and it really, really
You're a
works.
real person.
It shows you're a real person. But number one, you want to be appropriately entertaining. Number two, you want to be unique and memorable. Create something unique. Use props. Use your hands. Look. Just keep it interesting. Number three, you want to make it shareable. So you want to make it easy for people who like your content to click the button and or share a link, depending on where you're going live or you're sharing the recorded version of your live video. I think lawyers that do that, and then after those three elements, come back and engage and respond and repurpose that content, or have their team repurpose this Zoom video, which is probably going to be shown, for example, on a Facebook page or Facebook group, to take clips of this video and share it on Twitter and LinkedIn and YouTube and Instagram stories, Instagram Live, where you can bring it in. There's just all kinds of ways to do something once, repurpose it 10, 12, 15 different ways, and you've got content for the rest of the year. So for me, that's why I like video so much, because not only can you do that with the video, Andy, as you well know, but we can rip the audio from this and create a podcast. We can take 30-second segments of this audio and create little social media clips, maybe with animated GIFs, to attract people back to that original blog post. And I know you teach lawyers how to do this, but maybe people watching this particular interview or listening to us on the podcast, they haven't thought about these things before. So I think video plus proper repurposing equals success.
what is the best